Are we on?
We're
Yep.
on.
We're
Yeah.
on. Hello.
Hello.
Happy Thursday. I was
Thursday.
about to say happy Monday.
Yeah.
So used to Monday
No,
night
Thursday.
live streams. How is everyone? Hope everybody's doing well on this Thursday night.
Hope everybody remembered that we're having the Thursday night.
Yeah. We're it's fall.
It's fall.
It's
Yeah.
definitely fall here in Indy. So
Windy. It's been windy today.
it has been.
So
Yeah.
we'll give everybody a few minutes. See if
Yeah.
There we go. A little delay, I
There
think.
we are. Mary Ellen. Hey, Mary Ellen. Hey, Thomas. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Jamie. How are y'all? So, yeah, Mary Ellen, what's the weather like up there? And Ryan, Thomas, and Jamie, I'm going to assume the weather's pretty similar to what it is here.
Yeah.
A little cool, a little windy. Hey,
Hey,
Katie,
Katie.
how are you? I'm good. It's been a crazy quarter end this week. Yeah. Yeah, I remember those days. Animal lover. Hi, are you really traveling? No, not right now.
Not right now.
I mean, we've done a little bit of domestic travel from state to state, but we're not traveling internationally.
Yeah.
Jamie says yes, cool and windy, and he's in Missouri. Mary Ellen says 63 right now. Ryan, warm couple of days, back to cooler nights. Yeah.
We've had cooler days and cooler nights.
Yeah, we have. We really have.
As you can see, we're in our
hoodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I don't know if Thomas copied you on that. Thomas is planning on coming in for the pizza place.
Yep.
But he wanted to come in while we were still going to be gone on the
Okay.
Savannah trip. So hopefully we can still figure out a time to meet up after that. So, all right. Well, I think we may give everybody just a couple of minutes. So, and poor Katie and Thomas, I know you guys are still waiting. We finally are getting swag in, as you can see. If you can't see,
Yes.
this is one of the shirts. And Tracy's got another one on.
Yeah.
They're fun. These are all ones we ordered, gosh, back before we started doing the giveaways, because we thought surely everything will be in, but we're super excited. We got some koozies in.
Yeah.
We actually have
Gallivanting Gals.
Face mask.
Right there.
Yep. And some stickers, some little stickers to give out. So super excited. This stuff is starting to come in. Just slowly but surely. T-shirts and hats aren't in.
Hello, Darian.
Hello, Darian. Oh, driving, so unable to tag.
Well, at least you're on here.
Yep. And then Thomas says encouraged because of Heathrow. Because they're doing COVID testing at Heathrow now. Is that right, Thomas? Or they're going to? I think that's what I saw. So here's some something I read today, and you guys may have already read this. I read today that Dr. Fauci is saying that it'll be March or April. Vaccine should be available for the masses. He's saying it's conceivable November, December for, turn that off.
I didn't turn mine.
That is yours.
Okay.
November, December for, maybe it was mine. At risk. And then February, March, April for everybody else for a vaccine, which is going to be nice. We already have our plans for for February.
Yeah.
So we got the rest of this year in February figured out, and then hopefully the vaccine will come out, and we'll wait till late summer.
Yeah.
Probably August at least, and then hopefully start the next trip. So that's kind of what we're doing. Thomas is saying yes. Mary Ellen says going to start testing at Hartford. Okay, nice. Yeah, I think we're going to see more and more of that. Animal Lover says, new to you. Where have you traveled to?
We have traveled mainly Europe, well, Mexico, French Polynesian. We've been mainly to Western Europe. We have plans to go Eastern Europe. So yeah, we've kind of been all over.
Well, we've been a lot of places. Yeah, we've traveled to almost all the U.S. states, a lot of the Caribbean, French Polynesian, Mexico, and then certainly all of Western Europe, with the exception of Portugal.
Right.
And then starting on Eastern Europe. So that's where we've been thus far.
Yeah.
Thomas says he's encouraged about the vaccine info. So yeah, we're super encouraged too. I think that's gonna put hello Karen. I think that's gonna put us in a good place for next fall.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're hoping for. But we have finalized our plans for the rest of this year. A lot of you guys know we're going to be doing the Blue Ridge Parkway. We're going to go to Asheville, and then we're going to go down to Savannah. And then we come home for a couple of weeks. And then
we're going to go to Disney in November, right before Thanksgiving.
Well, though,
so
like 2 weeks before, we're going to be there for 2 weeks, 2 weeks before Thanksgiving and the week before Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving week.
Right.
They better, I'm going October 2021. Where are you going in October 2021, Animal Lover? How do we afford to travel, and are we full-time travelers? We are not full-time travelers, and we prioritize being able to travel. It was just a goal we had, and so we spent a lot of time and years making the effort to save and prioritize, us having the ability to travel now.
Yeah. And we travel about 6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Well, we were.
Yeah.
This has been a little different this year, but Yeah.
Thomas says, I am high risk, so as soon as I can get it, I will. That's good, Thomas. Yeah. I mean, I think at first I was a little leery, thinking that maybe things had been rushed, but everything I've been reading lately says that I think that it's going to be fine. And I think that we're hoping that we can take it, next spring.
Yeah.
So when we get back from Italy, Croatia, and Greece, nice. So we love Italy. Croatia and Greece are both on our list.
Yeah.
Croatia is a big one that we hope to hit next.
Hopefully you're hitting Florence in Italy, because that's my favorite.
Well, it is. Yeah, Florence. Well, I mean, Siena's beautiful. All of Italy is gorgeous.
I mean,
hello,
traveling granny.
Hello, Tracey. How are you? So I think that if they get it next spring, then we'll be able to travel. We'll feel comfortable doing our normal travel come next August, probably August through November or something like that.
Deidre's on here.
Hello, Deidre.
And
Disney. We love Disney too. So we're excited to be able to go, and we'll also go to Universal. My daughter is going with us.
Sorry, our four-leggeds are out again tonight. So
one of our dogs is being a little needy right now. But my daughter, grew up with all the Harry Potter stuff, so we've been before, but we'll go back to Universal.
Yeah.
So sorry guys, I'm a little off today. I actually had to have a root canal re-drilled out today.
Come here, say hi. Nope.
And so it's just a little weird feeling. So
and if some of you are redheads out there or don't know this, redheads are hard to numb.
Yeah.
So she had several shots today.
Yeah. Usually,
and her numbness is already worn off. I think you said you had 8.
Yeah, 8 shots.
If I had 8, I'd be numb for 2 days.
Yeah, it's I'm a little sore.
Yeah,
I'm a little sore. It's a little weird.
She's a trooper. She's hanging in there.
Anyway, we are after Disney. We're going to be home. Thank you, Katie. I am recovering. We'll be home for the holidays, And
Yep.
then we leave the very end of January, and we are going to be in Mexico for a month.
Yes.
So we've got an annual trip that we do with a group. There's about 20 of us. And we go to a place off of Cancun called
Isla Mujeres.
yeah, Isla
Isla.
Mujeres.
But you know, we say Isla.
Yeah, Isla Mujeres. And then we'll be there for a little over a week with our buddies, and then we're going to take another 3 weeks and just travel all around the Yucatan, Isla Hobash, and Merida,
just
a ton of
all
places.
over. Yeah.
So we're excited. We're very excited because we haven't spent that much time there. So yeah, super excited. Traveling Granny wants to know, when are we going to Disney? We're going to be there somewhere around the 10th of November. 9th or 10th is when we're going to get there. And we're going to be there that week and the next week.
Yep.
Mary Ellen loves Isla. Yeah.
Yeah.
We love it too. So we're going to be there. Actually, our buddy, we're going to be at the all-inclusive. We're going to Privileges again, Mary Ellen, with our buddies for a week. And then Trace and I are staying over. We actually get there a day before, and then we're going to check out with them. And then we've rented an Airbnb for another 3 days just to go around and do some cenotes and whatever else, do some filming and stuff. So we're super excited.
Looking forward to it. We've been listening to some podcasts and watching some videos. And so, yeah, there's a lot in Mexico. If you didn't know, I mean,
I love the fact that there's, obviously great beaches. We love the beach. The beach doesn't love me. I can't be out there that long. Obviously I turn very red.
She does.
But
I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah.
I did it one time.
One time that it was really bad. That was in Key West. We were stupid. So
yes, Katie, we are very excited.
Yeah.
Hello, Kathy from Alaska.
Wow. What part of Alaska are you in, Kathy? Yeah, Alaska's big time on our list. And I know we've got another Alaska fan on here, Thomas. And we actually thought about Alaska this year.
Yeah.
But we just decided that we didn't want to do that right now.
Yeah.
So
we'll get there though.
We will definitely get there.
We've got a list a mile long of places we want to go. And
yeah, that's the good thing, bad thing about this time, right? It gave us all time to figure out where we wanted to go, but then it made our list much, 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 much longer. So, the festival is late.
Next year.
Can't go. Hopefully in 2022.
Is that Isla?
Mary Ellen, are you talking about Isla? Or are you talking about Ireland? Because I think, aren't you going to Ireland for some fabric
Let us know.
festival or something? Traveling Granny says Anchorage, nice. Okay, well, it's, obviously that would be where we would fly into anyway. So, yeah. Traveling Granny says Alaska's on her list. Animal Lover says Alaska's beautiful. Kathy says need to come see us sometime. Love to.
We will.
Oh my gosh. What is Laura doing?
Okay.
Buenos Sarah.
I got that much.
I'm me adorably amici. I think that says good evening, my adorable friends, or something like that. Is that right, Laura? Am I close?
She's the one that took Spanish, not me.
Well, that's not Spanish. I think that's Italian. But see, Italian and Spanish are very close.
Well, that's true.
That's okay, Laura. No worries on getting caught up in the book. Traveling with Nick P. Hey, Nick, how are you? Just left a memorial service for our first acquaintance that passed away from COVID-19. I hadn't seen him in years. 59 is way too young. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually saw your post, Nick, and I'm so sorry to hear that.
Sorry about that.
It's it's just sad. I've had people. I haven't known anybody personally. I've known, I've had somebody that I know, acquaintance. I know they're one of their parents passed away from it and things like that, but not anybody personally. But it's still bad.
Yeah.
Nick says Ireland is on my list. Laugh out loud. Laura says very good. So see, it's Italian. I told you. Yep. Mary
I can't speak Italian either, so.
Mary Ellen says, I usually go to Isla for a festival. It fits the. Oh, nice. Okay. Very nice. Animal Lover says loved Ireland. We loved Ireland as
Oh,
well. We
well.
love Ireland.
For those that don't know, Ireland is her favorite.
Yes. Yes.
But I mean, I guess she gets it honest, as if you can't tell. She's Irish, so
Yeah, I love it. Well, I'm Irish descent.
yeah.
I wish I was Irish.
Well,
We could be in the EU right now if I was, but oh well. Anyway, we wanted tonight to talk a little bit about travel scams. I don't know, have any of you fallen victim to any? Because unfortunately, we have.
We have.
And you know, it's not like ours were anything unusual or rare.
Yeah.
They were very common scams, but
Yep.
we still fell for them. So we'd love to hear from you guys if anybody's fallen for anything and what it was.
Yeah, I guess I'll start off with the first one. You want to let them out? 'Cause I think
Deidre is from County
Killarney. Oh,
Killarney is in County Kerry.
yeah.
So is it County Kerry?
Is it County Kerry?
Killarney?
Around Killarney?
That's where my family's from.
Because that's where her family's from. As if you probably couldn't hear her saying that in the background.
Sorry.
But scams, yeah. So I think one of our first scams was actually in Rome when we traveled over there, our first trip to Europe.
Yeah, we had a couple of them there.
Yeah.
But before that, even domestically,
Yeah.
we had the one in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't really a scam. It was, but it wasn't. It was, and Katie Smith, I know you're here. So we were in, County Kerry. That's where my family's from as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were in San Francisco, Chinatown, exploring it. And we were just kind of looking around, and I don't know what we were trying to find, but obviously we looked like tourists.
Yeah.
And some very, very nice gentlemen, Chinese descent, gentleman came up and started talking to us. And he started giving us this whole history. And
we're just standing there.
Who knows if it was BS, but it sounded good. And it sounded like he knew
Yeah.
everything that he was talking about and telling us all this about, the whole history. And then, of course, he asked us for money.
Yeah. And we were like, because, we just thought, because we were standing there looking around and he just came up to us. And obviously, like she said, we did look like tourists. But, we were just trying to, I guess, figure out what we were doing next or
where
whatever.
we were
And
going.
he just came up and started talking to us. So we didn't really think anything about it. We just thought he was a friendly guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
he asked
we
for
were like,
money.
okay, thanks. And then he's like, oh, well, he wanted money for giving us that information.
Yeah. And we gave him a few bucks.
We did.
Whatever. Yeah. So that was unfortunate, but whatever. It wasn't bad. He wasn't, I won't say he was super aggressive or anything like some of them can be in Europe, but it was still not fun.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Katie said, oh no, what is it?
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
Same thing happened to me. And is that Tunis? I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is, Katie, but I'm sorry. Hey, Megan Morris, how are you? Mary Ellen is saying her family is from Cotilly near Limerick.
Cotilly?
We were near Limerick
We
this year. We had to go over the ferry over the Shannon there.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Ellen loves Killarney. Nick is right there with me for the love of Ireland. Absolutely. Nick is saying his family's from County Cork and County Mayo. Thomas is ready to go to the UK if quarantine gets cut. Thomas, I was ready to go to the UK even with the quarantine, and then we just had everything going on that we just wasn't going to make it. All right, Laura. I didn't fall for a scam per se, but I did end up with a little red elephant that somehow cost me $20 from an aggressive street guy. So slick, and it happened before I knew it. Good lesson learned.
Yeah, and some of those, are pretty quick at, they just, some of them can be aggressive and they're just up on you and, talking to you, and you're like, okay, you don't want to be rude, but at the same time, another one of our scams was in Rome, wasn't it?
We had 3 in Rome.
And the one about the guy coming up with people with the bracelets, and they want to come up and talk to you, and they're like, hey, you're from the US, and they're all like, yeah, and they're all happy about it. And then they want to put this bracelet on your wrist, and don't do it.
Don't do it. He grabbed my daughter's arm, and my daughter, obviously this was, I don't know, 4 years ago, something.
Yeah.
It was quite a while ago. And, she's just not that aggressive. So she just kind of, he grabbed it and she stuck it out there. And of course he put the bracelet on it, and then you can't get it off. So you've got to give him money. And he got very angry with us, because literally at that point, I think we were on our way to an ATM.
Yeah.
And so all we had was coins. I mean, if we had maybe €1 combined, and he got very upset, but that was truly all we had on us. And it was kind of, and of course my daughter was freaked out, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine. So that was the first one. What was the next one?
The next one was, had to do with taxi cabs.
Hmm.
So we were in Rome, our first trip to Rome, and her daughter was with us. And we ended up getting a cab. It was a regular cab. We got him at a taxi stand, like you're supposed to. He was metered. And
You talking about the one with the change? Or
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I think it ended up being like $10. And so she gave him a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then,
No, I gave him a 50,
oh yeah, she gave him a 50.
and he gave me change for a 20.
And he gave her change for a 20. That's right.
And-
And she's like, I gave you a 50. And so he had this down pat.
Yeah.
Because he was like, no. And then all of a sudden he whips out this 20
Yeah.
and says, this is what you gave me. So
Yeah. And we let it go because, what are we going to do? I mean, it's just what we did. So let's see what else we got.
Yeah.
Hold on. Multi-corker. Hello from Toronto.
Hello.
Thomas just got home from Sisters. Yes. Animal lover. I worry in Italy. I've heard stories.
It's not bad.
I mean, it can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
We just happen to have some bad luck there. Kathy S. fell for the same scam in Guadalajara. Yep. Deidre is asking Nick. Oh, Deidre's telling Nick she loved County Cork, and County Mayo is high on her list. Mary Ellen says her grandparents came over. You can, Mary Ellen.
Mhm.
I missed it by one generation. It was my great grandparents. And since my dad didn't get his citizenship before he passed away, I can't. But if it's your grandparents, you can still do it. So I would highly suggest looking into that. I thought I missed one from Nick. There it is. Yeah. Nick says he wished he could get his Irish passport. You can only get it if your grandparents are below. Was my third great grandfather right? So, which is exactly what I was just saying to Mary Ellen.
Yeah.
Let's see. I learned sometimes you have to be kind of rude and not feel bad about it. You're exactly right. So that was one of the things on our list. We didn't fall for it, but the petitions, people with petitions, and they'll ask you, to sign it, and you say no, and they keep kind of pushing. And the deal is they want you to sign it, and either depending on, what the situation is, sometimes they'll sign it to distract you and do a pickpocket job. Sometimes they'll have you sign it and then say, okay, now you have to give a donation to whatever it is. I think a real common one is like a school for the blind children or something like that. And we have no problem just saying no and walking on by. And I think that's the big thing, is just kind of looking like you know where you're going and walking with a purpose and saying no pretty firmly. And we would have done that. This guy on the bracelet thing, my daughter just caught that. So other than that, as far as those kind of street scams, we haven't really gotten it, but we did have one more in Rome, unfortunately. Oh, Scorpio Sue doing a drive-by. I can't stay, but I wanted to say hi. Hello.
Thank you for stopping in.
Thanks for stopping in. Absolutely.
And while we're at it, everybody just give us a thumbs up.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
yeah, so the other one in Rome, we were getting a cab, and there were all these guys trying to put us in a cab, and we knew they weren't legit. And then finally, we got to the cab stand, and the other guys were not far from there. And I'm like, it needs to be metered. I want to do all that. And he said, yes, it's metered, whatever. Well, then we get in, and then he's like, oh, but because I asked him before we got in if he took cards. He said yes. Then we get in, and he says, well, I'm going to need to take you to an ATM.
Yeah.
And of course, leave the meter running while,
Yeah.
well, he didn't call it an ATM. He called it a bankomat.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And then I'm sure we paid way more than we should have for that.
I'm sure.
But, that's the thing. I mean, always take, I know most people here pretty well travel, but always make sure you're getting the taxi from the taxi stand.
Yeah.
Or use an app. Almost every country that we've been to has an app. I mean, whether it's Cabify or, there's a bunch of them. Yeah. But if you use an app, then, it's much easier to deal with and not get scammed. And
then if you leave something in the cab, then you have a way to, contact your driver or whatever, company it was through. So that's another plus.
Yeah. It's, yeah. 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 I think it's definitely safer, and there's this whole thing. The other thing that we've obviously seen a lot of, and I'm sure you guys too have as well, are the gypsies, the gypsy beggars. And what's interesting, and I think, Laura, I told you this, the last time we were there, we had an apartment right on the square in front of the Duomo. So, hey, Blaine, how are you? Excuse me. And hey, Eric B, how are you?
Hello.
So we could see these gypsy beggars out there. And there were a couple of them who were pretending to be handicapped. And then, as night would fall, and a lot of the tourists would clear out, you'd see them get up and walk just fine. We'd catch them around the corner from our apartment, eating these big meals and wearing, nice, expensive clothing and everything else. And it's just, it's sad because
people that may really need help.
Yeah, they could just kind of give them a bad name. Yeah. So it's definitely something that that's just sad. And we saw a lot of that.
Yeah.
Really all over Italy. And we saw quite a bit of it, I think, in France as well, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember seeing it as much in Germany
or Spain.
There's a little bit in Spain or Amsterdam or Belgium.
Yeah. No, I don't remember.
Or Austria.
That or we just weren't paying attention, or by that time we were used to.
Just so, yes, kind of. Yeah. So, let's see. All right, we're missing a few here. There was where Scorpio Sue came in.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Hi to Eric.
I'm sorry, guys. It was my top tooth, so I feel like they just drilled into my and stuck needles into my sinuses. So sorry.
Thomas says he has no problem being rude with scammers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to be. It's hard.
Yeah.
It really is. But sometimes you just have to be.
Yeah, you absolutely do. Traveling Granny says, County Mayo, where about? We have a family farm in County Mayo. Don't tell everybody, Tracey, because I'm going to take you up on going over there at some point.
She is. She's been talking about it.
Laura says, being a Minnesotan, being rude is very difficult. Laugh out loud. Eric came in. Thomas says he wishes he could get his British citizenship. Yeah, that would be really nice. Nick is talking about he's supposed to go see family home in May, but it's postponed. County Court near Limerick. Sorry,
Laura says, last time in Florence, I was being aggressively targeted by a guy trying to sell me an umbrella when it was raining. I ended up stopping, looking him in the eye and saying very loudly, no. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to, especially if they are aggressive.
Yep.
Some of them you can say no and they just kind of go on. But there are quite a few of them out there that will be very aggressive and very, adamant about speaking to you and getting you to, take the bracelet or whatever it is.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean.
Yep.
And we said, hey.
To Blaine, yeah, and then with Rayleigh Creative Travel, and then Nick P says, he hasn't fallen for any scams. Biggest one is at the Eiffel Tower. There's a ton of guys selling Paris and Eiffel Tower outside the gate. So many guys just pushing everything. Oh yeah, and what's interesting, Nick P, that you say that we were there this last fall, and we saw that with all of them outside there. Do you remember this?
Yeah,
go ahead, tell the story.
So. Apparently, I mean, I don't know that they're not supposed to be out there selling.
Or at least in that spot.
At least in the spot that they were in. And so the cops were coming down the sidewalk. And I mean, I've never seen people, of course, they have all their stuff on blankets on the ground.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I've never seen people wrap stuff up. And all they did was actually just go across the street.
Yep.
Until the cops left, and then they went back across the street to where they were and put everything back down. I mean, we were just hee-hawing because
you've never seen
there was
people
like
move
ants.
So fast. Yeah,
it was like
crazy.
Yeah,
and so I don't know if there's some regulation on where they can sell those, but that's another place that right by the Eiffel Tower. We didn't fall for it, but we came out on the backside and. I think we were trying to walk. We were trying to figure out where a metro was or something.
Yeah.
And it was after like the light show at night, and there was a line of cabs there. And there was a guy there asking if we were looking for a cab. And I'm like, well, are you metered? And he's like, oh, it's where you going? And I told him, and he came up with some, I don't know, 40 euros or something that was like more than almost triple what it should have been. And I'm like, no. And we kept on walking. I think we walked quite a ways that night, but I was not about to pay somebody 40 euros for what should have been like a seven euro ride, But there were tons of people who just got in, didn't even ask questions, just went. So it was, it's always interesting. I'm going to let the dogs
walk in. Traveling Granny laughed at Tracy if you leave something in the cab. Yeah. Well, we both did. So, but the unfortunate part for me was it was one we just held on the street, so we had no idea. But I got my phone back, so that's good.
And your credit cards.
And my credit cards. And Eric says I do Uber if available, but definitely use an app for a cab that at least tells you
the price.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, didn't you both leave? Yes, we
did.
We did. But we used the app on I don't remember what app I was using.
Was it Get?
Get, maybe.
Get?
For mine and for Tracy's, we didn't, but
But yes, we both left them behind.
We did. Deidre says, my husband's family's from Limerick, Flannery's, and there are a number of pubs called Flannery's. We hit all of them. Hey, why not?
Saying
hey to Blaine. Thomas says he has a naturally very loud voice. Yeah, I'm pretty loud too, in case y'all didn't know.
She can be.
Karen Mack. Oh, my husband almost fell for the bracelet scam at Sacré-Cœur. So in Paris, I saw it happening and pushed him forward and shouted no to the scammer. The scammer then proceeded to shout up. Yeah. I mean, they can get rough.
They can get nasty.
They can get pretty nasty.
And some, obviously some places you have no idea what they're saying to you, but you just know that it's not nice.
Yeah. Laura's saying it's a little crazy when they yell at you. Katie Smith says, I've heard of express kidnappings happening when people use wrong cabs and being brought to ATMs to empty account as much as possible. Maybe less of a scam and more of a plain robbery. Yeah. It's pretty bad. I mean, it's you just got to be really, really careful. So I think the apps are a great thing. Thomas said he saw scammers in southern Spain. I mean, we've been to Barcelona and Madrid. That's really it in Spain. And I don't know that we really saw
Yeah, I don't know.
that many.
Of course, when we were in Barcelona, that's when they were having all the riots and
Yeah, we were trying to get out of there.
So, yeah, we were just trying to get out of there.
Vagabonnie. Hey, Bonnie, how
Hello.
are you? Good to see you on here. Karen Max telling Laura he was very unhappy she fooled his plan. Yeah, absolutely. Well, another one, and we've never seen this in person, but it was, this was legit, but I felt kind of awkward. If you guys have watched our London series at Camden Market, I had a bird poop on me.
Yeah.
But the bird also pooped on the guy behind us into his hoodie and onto his neck. And so as I looked, and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I'm looking up at the tree, and I look around, and I just happened to glance and see that this guy had poop on him. And it really struck me as, this is going to be like that scam that they do when they throw stuff on you with mustard, bird poop, I'm sure it's fake bird poop, but whatever. And then, it's to distract your attention and all that. Obviously ours was legit. We weren't trying to scam anybody, and the guy realized it. But yeah, I mean, it's really weird. You have to kind of think about those things, and another one that we see all the time here in the States, in Vegas specifically.
Yeah, the characters, the people that would dress up as characters, or
showgirls,
the women dressing up as the sexy police women, and Superman, and people from The Hangover, and all kinds. If you've ever been to Vegas, you've seen them standing out there on the Strip
or on Fremont Street.
And some people don't know, they want to get their picture taken, and they're like, sure. So they go up and get their picture taken because they think it's cool.
I'm sorry. Our biggest dog has decided that now's the perfect time to drink water, and their water bowl's right beside us. Now she stopped. Okay, sorry about that.
So, and then they think, okay, well, because you took a picture with me, I need $5. So,
or $20,
or
Well, and the guys who dress up as the gladiators around the Colosseum there in Rome will do the same thing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you like to think that everybody's intentions are pure and good and helpful, but
unfortunately,
you have to be a little bit more leery than
a little bit more cautious
than we normally are. So it's pretty sad. Vagabonnie says lots of junk being sold outside Dracula's castle. So we haven't been there yet. That is part of my daughter's college graduation trip. That in Greece. Where all does she want to go?
Greece, Poland, Romania,
Bulgaria. Does she want to go to Bulgaria?
Maybe Bulgaria. I know that Greece, Poland,
and yeah. So anyway, that's part of that. So we haven't been there. So that's kind of interesting, Vagabonnie. I'm assuming you mean junk, kind of like what we're seeing, what you see around the Eiffel Tower. Eric B says Eiffel Tower and Rome Coliseum, the scammers or salesmen are unreal. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on out there. Hey, Lori Sims, how are you? Good to see you on here. Hope you're doing okay. Animal Lover wants to know if we use a bra wallet.
No. No, we actually, which probably isn't the smartest thing, and we're going to rethink this.
Well, yeah,
but we have a little pocket in the back of our phones that holds
some credit cards and some cash.
But we also usually carry a backpack, and we have the backpacks that have the locks on them. And they even have like the cable where it can't be cut.
Yeah.
So we have that. And then also for extra precaution, we'll use like the little S-beaners to lock.
Let me see if I can get one.
The zippers to they're like the theft-proof backpacks. Yeah. So we use those a lot. And depending on where we are, I'm usually the one wearing it. So, I'll wear it in the front sometimes, depending, it's just, how we get a feel for wherever we are in our surroundings. So, but yeah, we just normally carry it in our backpack, but no bra wallet.
I think that it makes a big difference if there's two of you as well.
Yeah.
So you can kind of keep an eye on each other. Hang on, baby, just a minute. So these are the little S-beaners. I don't know if you guys have seen them. They sell them on Amazon. And in the middle, they have a lock so you can keep. You see, I can't push those open. And we'll put those on and hook the zippers together like that. You know, anything that makes it not an easy target works. Basically, something that they can't do very quickly, we find to be good deterrents. Everybody's saying hi to Lori. Laura is saying, the thing is, once you know it happens and then you watch for it, it isn't scary. Just be aware and ready to say no. That's very true.
Yes, and avoid eye contact. Yes,
Yeah.
that is very true. It's like, okay, don't look at him, don't look at him, don't look at him. Or sometimes we've even seen them ahead of time, and we'll basically kind of go a different little route around them. Yeah. I mean, it's sad that you have to do that, but you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Thomas uses a money belt. Yeah, we do have some of those.
We do have some. Yeah.
Traveling Granny, you both can
I'm
marry,
sorry.
so
Somebody
you can
wants
get
to make
your
an
British
appearance.
passports.
Somebody.
Oh, yeah. Appearance time. This is Brown.
Hi, baby. Yeah.
This
Hi,
is
baby.
Brown. She has to make her nightly appearance.
Yeah.
She knows what it is now when we start setting up for our live streams.
Yes.
And she actually gets excited.
Yes.
So
We tell her.
I know. You good girl. I know.
We tell her it's TV night. So.
Yeah. She thinks it's
Okay.
TV.
Off. Okay. Come here, Finn.
Okay. Come here.
Come here.
Come here.
Come on.
Come on. Come on.
Okay. There's Finn.
This is Finn.
He gets jealous.
He
I
does.
know, bud.
He does.
He gets jealous. So those are the two big ones.
Yeah, those are the two big
The
ones.
little one's sleeping.
Yeah.
Okay. Off. Down.
So
Off. Come on.
she made quite the appearance last week. So
Okay.
anyway,
Okay. Sorry about that. Have to have dog appearances, I guess.
So Travel Granny, you both could marry so you can get your British passport. Ireland, here we come.
Yeah. Don't think that's gonna happen. Seville. Okay, so that's where Thomas was when he saw the beggars in Spain. Karen Mack, walking alone across a bridge in Paris, and in the distance knows three strange people appear. One dropped a gold ring in front of me and claimed I dropped it. I shouted no, and they all laughed. Yeah, we've absolutely seen that. We haven't, nobody's tried to get us with that, but that is a big one, for sure. And
I think they say another one is actually people will like fall.
Yeah, like elderly or
like
dressed
elderly
up to be
or dressed up to be elderly, and you go to help them, and then they have somebody else in on it that'll, pickpocket you, or I know he's got something.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, and then unfortunately, they've talked about how some of them will use their children as a deterrent, like, they'll have them come and tell you that, somebody's in trouble or somebody's hurt, or,
Oh, they have them where they'll throw babies or dolls that look very lifelike to you.
Yeah.
So you'll catch them.
Yeah.
So there's just a ton of them. Eric B says the nuns on Fremont Street. Yep. See, I've seen a lot of things on Fremont Street.
Some things you can't unsee.
Things I never want to see again, Eric B. Order a Rick Steves money belt. We don't have Rick Steves, but we do have money belt.
Yeah.
Which, excuse me, by the way, if you guys didn't see, I'm assuming there's people on here who watch him. His newest season is coming out sometime this month. I just saw a blurb on it. The money for pick thing, Megan said, money for pick thing was huge in Morocco. Someone literally threw a monkey on my shoulder in the market area and got hostile when I didn't give them money to let them take a picture. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of, interesting how aggressive they can be.
Yeah. Hello, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Animal lover, show me the backpack, please. Well, we have several of them.
You want me to go get the...
Yeah. So she's gonna go get one of the backpacks, but and they're actually the ones that we have are a little smaller. Okay, well, she's gonna get the big one, but some of them are smaller, so they're easier to carry when you're just walking around for the day, and obviously you can't buy as much stuff to stuff in there, so that's good. But yeah, she's gonna go get that. So while she's getting that, let's see what we got. Tardy to the party, but did you already mention the sign this petition scam? Yes, we did talk about that, how they want you to sign a petition. And if a lot of them will have you sign, if you sign the petition, then they want some kind of donation and, all those different scams for the petitions. But yes, we did talk about that, Bag of Bonnie. You're welcome, animal lover. Here she comes.
Well, here's the blue one.
Yeah, here's the blue one.
I don't know what's in it. So.
Yeah, I mean, we actually still have some stuff in here, but I'm trying to see what brand this is.
Travel on.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is Travel On. I don't know if you can see. Sorry.
There you go.
There we go. Travel On. And this one.
Show the
So like here on the zipper, it's kind of hard to. It has like a carabiner on there. And zip it up. Zip it over. Then you have this little hook here. I don't know if you can see it. And so that way they can't open it.
And all the zippers are like that.
And all the zippers are like that.
And then it's supposed to, and then there's cord.
Yeah, there's cord in here.
Yeah, and if you push really hard, you can feel it.
Feel it.
That makes it so they can't just slash it.
I'm thinking there was maybe in the other one, but I'm thinking there's also cord like in here around the zipper too.
Yeah.
So,
and then we have
actually two of these, two smaller ones.
Same thing though, same brand. I think. No, this is Pack Safe. Sorry. But same thing. You've got. You want to show them how that one works?
Yep. I can remember. So
the hook is inside.
Oh yeah. So this one actually has a hook down in this.
I can't see.
I know. I'm getting there.
Okay.
Down in this side pocket, it actually has a hook that is down in there, and it's like a carabiner also. And you just. Well, it's been a while.
That's the right.
I'm like, something is not right. Where is it?
Is the hook on the other side?
Well, it might be.
Well,
Oh, looky there. There we go. There's the hook.
So you just
And
zip.
then it also has the carabiner. I don't know if you all can see that. And then,
And there's one here too.
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And you basically
The front
just,
one. For this top front one.
yeah, we have them going in the wrong direction, but it's basically the same thing. You would zip it up and pull this out of here. And the one thing I like about these is because obviously the carabiners are already on there, but they're stuffed down in, so people can't even really see that they're locked. And so, yeah, if somebody were to come, they couldn't. Of course, I have it zipped the wrong way, but you can't. And these have the cords down in there and obviously all around here. And yeah, these are the ones that if you can see right there, kind of the thickness, you can feel the cord. Like right there, you can actually see it. That black right there is the cord. So, yeah. But I like these because they're smaller. And like I said, it, for like your day trips, it just kind of helps. So you don't buy as much stuff either.
We have so many backpacks.
We do. Yeah,
So
Pack
anyway.
Safe and Travel On.
Yep.
So there you go, animal lover. I hope that helped you.
Tardy to the party, Bonnie says. But did you already mention it? Sorry.
Yeah.
I heard they can cut. So those
Yeah.
have the wires in them. Thomas Reiser can't do money fanny pack. I use cross purse backpack. Yep. Doggy. So
Yeah.
beautiful. Hi, baby. Another doggy. I'm a happy camper. Lori says not good root canal.
Don't tell her that.
What? Trace has actually had that happen.
Yes, I had that happen.
She did not too long ago. She ended up having to have an implant, and
I had to have
it took a while.
pulled and implant, yeah.
Well, I was trying. I had a root canal, and I don't know, I guess they missed a canal or something. So I was telling Trace, and anyway, long story short, they drill a whole lot more when they're redoing a root canal than they do when they're initially
Yeah.
doing it. And I mean, for 55 minutes this morning, that's just all it was just drilling.
Yeah, she came out, and I mean, she literally had a major chipmunk cheek on this side.
Still a little.
Yeah.
But anyway. Okay. Traveling new Nick P says he uses a money belt. Laura sounds brutal. I have a wallet that attaches to my belt. Yeah. Thomas saw the Rick Steves announcement. Animal Lover saying thank you. Lori is saying be sure to take small plane to the glaciers, much better than 8-hour bus ride to the park. I think she may be talking about Alaska. I'm not sure. She may have started at the beginning, even though she was a little later jumping on, maybe. Thomas says, I tend to ship things by post rather than carry. We have shipped stuff as well,
we have
Thomas.
done that, especially when we pack for, all seasons, basically. And the way we like to travel is to try and follow the warmth.
Yeah.
So, depending on where we're going, we did that our first trip.
This way, but yeah.
Well, I know.
Yeah.
It could be that way, you never know.
Well, I guess if we're south of the equator, yeah. But anyway.
Anywho. So, yeah, we have done that. We actually did that in Germany. We packed up a bunch of our stuff, our cold stuff, and sent it back home. And it made the suitcases a lot lighter, too.
Oh, it's so nice. Of
course, that was our first trip. So, and I'm a T-shirt freak. So that's my thing. When we go places, I get T-shirts, and some of them I've never worn, but I'm planning to at some point have a quilt made out of them. So I think I talked about that the last time. But anyway, so yeah, we just had a bunch of stuff being our first time in Europe to send back.
Yeah, we did.
Long story short.
We did. Okay. And Thomas says his wallet is from PackSafe. Yep, they make some good stuff. Using it midlife, I usually have a crossbody purse, always have my hand on it. I may have to try a backpack like that. Yeah, I mean, we just prefer the backpack, but we're obviously carrying our camera gear and all that. And I think I heard Trace mention that as I was going to get it. We usually, when we're out for the day, usually we just carry one.
Yep.
And that way we can put rain jackets in it and our camera gear and all that.
And these may be, and like I said, I like these, and they may be smaller, but it's also easier because some places you go, you have to put your backpack in a locker. Some places you go, you can't have a backpack in there at all. And then other places, they'll say, okay, you can have your backpack, but you have to keep it on your front.
You have to wear it on the front.
You have to wear it on the front. So with these being smaller, it just feels like it's not up in your face the whole time you're trying to look at something or take pictures or video or.
Yeah, I don't remember.
The smaller ones are.
We were somewhere recently where you had to do that.
That was in Dublin.
Dublin Castle. Yeah, Dublin Castle. Yep. All right. So Darian must be not driving anymore. So.
Well, let's hope not, Darian.
He's saying hi.
Did you get you some spaghetti ice? Is that where you've been?
All right. And I know I said it wrong, and I've got to figure out how I say it again. Tamarly. I think I was saying Tamarly, but I think it's
Tamarly. Well, hello.
I'm trying. Hello, how are you? From BC, Canada. I think, isn't that where you are? Vagabondy? Aren't you near there? Traveling Granny always uses a small money belt to keep her passport cards. I figured you just stuff them down in your wine bottle, and then when you got to the bottom of it, you just have money for the next. Yeah,
you got a pocket in your flask.
Right. Hey, Troy, how are you? Vagabondy says, scary scam in countries like India. Someone knocks on the hotel door and claims they are maintenance and need to enter your room to fix something. I've heard that. We have not been to India.
Yeah.
We haven't been to anywhere in Asia at all. So that's on our list. But yeah, India is a little bit scary for us. Just because I know it's just sensory overload. So I think when we do somewhere like that, we'll go with people who have been before and kind of know the ropes.
Or a group at least.
So
it's not just
something. Yeah.
Us.
Yeah.
Thomas says, I think I won awards for most at 5 root canals and finally got to the point where I had all my teeth taken out.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I think I've had 2 root canals.
Yeah. This is the only one I've had, but they've had to redo it. So we'll see. Tony says money belt and I ship things home every so often. Yeah, absolutely. Traveling Granny, looking at purchasing a Class C, not sure which one yet. Nice, Traveling Granny. So, yeah, I mean, you can, you can message me on Facebook or Instagram if you need help or information, tips on that. So you'll love it.
You will.
You will. Jocelyn's
hello,
here.
Jocelyn.
We left an extra suitcase and left luggage when hopping from
North Europe to Africa and back.
Huh. We left an extra suitcase in left luggage. Like you dumped one off? Is that what you're saying? I don't like on purpose?
Are you still drunk from last night?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, y'all were feeling pretty good last night. You might still be. Everybody saying hi. Sometimes I feel like a nut, sometimes I don't. Okay, Darian.
Well, all right.
Megan is telling them they were hilarious. Yes, they were. Everybody saying hi. Traveling Granny says you were cracking me up trying to be quieter tonight. Don't get me wound up. Oh.
Well, we can't hear you, so
that's right. I'm in Alberta, Canada, but I love British Columbia. Okay, sorry, Vagabonding. I don't know. I don't know my Canadian geography probably as well as I should. Lori Sims is saying hi. Megan Morris is saying India and Egypt are number 1 and number 2 when things open up. Egypt's super high on our list and my daughter's list as well. I mean, if she could do that, I think she may take that over Greece. Yeah, really. But yeah, we just those are going to be a little bit further down the road from us, I think, for us, unless we go with a group.
It's a little further down the road from us.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Can y'all tell I'm from the South? Just down the road. Grab the horse and buggy. Let's go. You go down there past Jim Bob's and you hang a left and
at the corner market.
Yep. Sorry, guys. Okay.
Like big oak tree.
Anyway, it's a little further down the line for us. I think, Megan, for both India and Egypt. Like I said, and who knows? We may be brave enough to try it by ourselves, but in a couple of years.
Yep.
The no golf. Hi. Hello.
No is understood all over the world. That is very true.
That's true. Okay, so they're talking about where they are in Canada. Oh, thank you. I might take you up on that. Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to. Left luggage check at, say, the airport or okay, so you left it there. I got you to travel.
Okay.
Now we're with you.
Now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea as well. I mean, we shipped it. Of course, we weren't doing any circular routes, so we were just kind of keeping on going. But that is a good idea.
We are good. Thank you. How are you?
We're good. How are you? And Vagabondy is saying India did not happen to me, but there's a YouTube video of a travel vlogger that happened to. Wow.
There's some scary stuff out there.
There really is. Thanks for the chat, everyone. Off to do her Spanish. All right. See you later, Katie. Thanks for joining us. Hasta luego. Everybody saying bye. Talking about nuts. Eating mixed nuts as I'm here. Nut for a nut. Yes. No, my gosh. Here we go. Nuts.
Yes. Jocelyn said she lives with a bunch of nuts.
Yeah. For now, I will settle in Mexico. Went in August and never felt safer there. And honestly felt safer there than here. Going in October, may go every couple of months till things are open. So I don't know if you were on here earlier, Megan, or not, but I was talking about something I read today from Dr. Fauci that said, end of the year is reasonable to think that we might have a vaccine for ready for people to take, the high risk folks. But he's saying that it is realistic. Did I say March, April? Mm-hmm. To have, doses for everybody else for the vaccine. So, and I was a little leery, like, I don't know, maybe we'll wait a while and make sure nobody has any really bad side effects. But
let some other people do it. first.
But he went through the entire science of it. Dr. Fauci did. That, I mean, it made me feel a lot better about the process. So I believe that Trace and I, when we get back from our February Yucatan trip, we will try and, get on whatever kind of list we have to get on to be able to take that vaccine, whenever we can next summer. And because our goal is going to be probably to take off, I'm going to say August. Probably August, September, and be gone for 2 months anyway, maybe 3. So that's kind of what we're looking at. All right. So is wine vino. I don't know what she's talking about, her nuts.
Yeah.
Lori's saying I walk 98% of the time unless I'm running late to get to my day tour. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Mark was in rare form last night. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yep. It was a fun chat, though. Yep. It was good. Laura is saying, when it becomes available, I'm on it if I can travel again. Yeah, I mean, we're going to be there. I think we're going to do enough domestic travel. We've done some, and we're going to do more for the next month and a half. Yep. And then we've got the month in the Yucatan. I think we'll be okay to kind of ride it out then until fall. And the only reason we're going to wait is it's just very rare for us to travel in the summer. Yep. It may be different. I mean, typically the reason we don't travel in the summer is it is high season, which means everything's more crowded. It means everything's more expensive, and it's just hot. Yeah, it's hot. It's just hot.
I mean, we like warm weather, but sometimes it's just hot.
Yeah. So, we like it, and fall is really our favorite.
Yeah.
So, but we may see, because one of the things on our list is going to be the NC 500 in Scotland, and that's pretty far north. So we may go earlier just to get up there and get that done before weather gets bad. Yeah. Ryan is saying, Minnie shut up Mark last night. I didn't get to stay too long. Oh yeah, Ryan. It was interesting. It was a lot of fun last night.
Well, I know that Mark loves me. I do know that.
Yeah, Mark kept saying he loved Tracy better than me because Jocelyn was talking about my root canal. Jocelyn says, taking my mom to look at RVs soon. She's thinking B+ nice. So, that is probably what we will end up going to when we buy one, when we get older. We're old already.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But that's probably what we'll end up getting, Jocelyn. I mean, I think they're great, and as you know, they're a lot of fun. So,
and who was it? Traveling Granny was talking about getting the
Class C, yeah.
Class C.
Yeah.
So y'all hit us up if you have any questions.
Yep. Laura says, being a Finn, I am not overly fond of traveling when it's hot. I like September. September, October best. Yeah, that's kind of our favorite time as well.
Yeah. I mean, if it's supposed to be a destination that's just supposed to be hot and it's going to be hot all the time.
Yeah.
Like, most of the time the beach or
yeah,
then that's fine. We're prepared for it. But if if you're going to places that you think, oh, it won't be that bad, and then it's scorching. Yeah. Just don't.
Yeah. Darian is asking us what will be our very first destination after COVID. So our first international trip, Darian, is in the end of January to Mexico. But beyond Mexico, beyond North America, likely the UK. We've been talking about doing just a road trip all over the UK. We've never been to Wales. We made it to Scotland and had to turn around and come home. So I think that's probably the first one. Yeah. We may end up adding some more, like we've never done the south of France. We've never been to Portugal. So still still Western Europe likely on this trip. Yeah. And then hopefully the next spring we will go back and do our Scandinavia, Iceland, and Eastern Europe trip.
So we can do those Northern Lights.
Yeah, that's what we were supposed to do this year.
Yeah.
But that's what we're looking like. That's why I'm telling you, Darian, we may be able to meet up with you guys when you're in Germany in, I think it's September. Is that right? September, October. I mean, we're definitely going to be in Europe. That's our plan, is to be in Europe during that time. So we may be able to meet up. Thomas says, King in It has been doing videos on NC 500. So I know, Thomas, we tried really, really hard to figure out a way to get there and actually meet up with Craig and Amy. We love Craig and Amy. We know them. They're a lot of fun. And so Amy keeps telling me she's going to get an itinerary together. And when we go over there, if they are still in the UK, anywhere in the UK, we're going to see them. But I have a feeling they may be in Southeast Asia by then. Traveling Granny says NC 500, lots of walking, so keep that in mind. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. It's nice to know y'all are on the same page with her. I guess talking about her mom. Quintana Roo, state of Mexico in the Yucatan is only level 2, where most of Mexico and most of the world is level 4. I know, Megan. I mean, it's like,
and there's so many outside activities.
Yeah.
That you can do.
Yeah.
It's not like all the museums and there's and even, eating.
Yeah. Outside.
Eating outside.
Street food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to that. And the more we've done research on different areas, and there's things we didn't even know about. Yeah. That we're like, woohoo, now we're excited.
Yeah, we're really
We're not
excited.
going to tell you what they are.
Animal Lover says go to the Faroe Islands. So we haven't been to the Faroe Islands. We will definitely put them on the list. Thomas says encourage trains in the UK using a pass. Yeah, that trains are definitely a thing in the UK for us, Thomas, for sure. I mean, part of it, obviously, the NC 500, we're going to need a car.
Yep.
But we drive as little as we have to when we're in the UK. All right, so sorry, we're jumping around here a little bit.
Megan says Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania are high on my list once Europe is open.
Yeah, so Megan, that was part of our part of our trip this past spring. We started in Ireland, Northern Ireland. Went to Ireland, and we were going to Scotland, and we were supposed to do Norway, Finland.
Then we were going to
St. Petersburg,
and
then Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, and then back up to Copenhagen, Stockholm.
Yeah.
Over to Amsterdam for tulip season.
Yes.
And then to Iceland. And so we've been to Amsterdam, but not during tulip season.
So
yeah. And we saw Iceland from the plane.
Subject. Yes.
Well, we had a
layover at the Iceland airport
because we took Iceland Air because we were going to
Dublin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm glad we got that all figured out.
Anyway, okay. Love Wales. Done several UK road trips. They've all been great. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm hoping France, Italy next September. How fun would it be to meet up with all of us? I know that would be awesome, Laura. I really hope you guys get to make that trip. I really, really do. September 16th through the 27th. Yeah. So
we might.
I told him because he's trying to put a group together.
Yep.
For Germany, so we very well might. And Trace has got tell him who's in Wiesbaden.
Wiesbaden?
Yeah, Wiesbaden. Yeah.
Wiesbaden, however they say it. Actually, my high school German teacher lives there now, and because he's teaching English in Germany.
He works for the U.S.
He works for the government,
the military.
Yeah. So anyway, but he was my high school German teacher. And when we were over there, our first trip to Germany, we met up with him.
Yeah.
Went and had dinner and so it was pretty cool.
Yeah. So he's in that because I think I saw a picture today or something from there, from that area, Darian. Thomas said he loved Wales. Jocelyn is saying, Megan, we did that Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia 3 years ago. Had a ball. Mark lived in, I think that's supposed to be Lithuania. I know he lived in Lithuania. Yeah. Of course, I will be in Germany as soon as they do open the doors. Yeah, I got you. Happy to consult. Awesome. Don't forget to give a big thumbs up. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Laura.
Animal Lover. I loved Iceland.
I wish we could have seen more of it. It was on the list.
Yep. Deidre says, planning Iceland in September 2021. My husband doesn't like to travel. I am so lucky to have a travel friend, or I'd be stuck in Wisconsin. Yeah. I got you. We may, I don't know when we're going to do Iceland.
Yeah.
We may add that onto our fall trip as well, or we may wait and do it all as part of that original plan. Bless you. So,
excuse me.
All right, y'all. Well, it has been a little over an hour. So I want to give you everybody a couple of updates. I like to take on a lot of projects at once, a lot, because they keep me busy and it just keeps me going and thinking and doing stuff. That's just how my mind works. So our Sunday live streams, we're going to do them, and we're going to start this Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. However, the podcast piece of that will not start until we get back from our Savannah trip or Disney trip, right? So sometime around Thanksgiving. It's just really going to be too much for us to get all that done, edit, and get all the videos out, and do 2 live streams a week. So we're going to do the live stream. It'll still be Sunday snippets. We're just not going to start the podcast piece of that yet. Yeah. Because I kind of like my life, and I want to keep living here. And so that's kind of, where we are, because this one is the one who has to edit everything.
I mean, I'm all about having stuff to do and, having a list, but sometimes she wears me out.
Yeah. So I just, I really like taking on a lot of projects. I like having a lot of things going at once. That's just kind of how my mind works. So we're still going to do that. We're also going to do a couple of big giveaways here starting probably next week. We're gonna get those all announced and rolled out, and that's where we're gonna go. So
as some of you that came in late, we're starting to get our new
our merch,
new merch in. So this is one of our new hoodies, and Melinda has one on that talks about the Gallivanter definition.
Definition of a Gallivanter.
It's a verb to visit or go to a lot of different places, enjoying yourself. So
yep. And then we got little stickers.
Yep. And we got
cute.
We got our mask. I'll just hold it up.
Yeah. Can't really see it there.
There we go. Yeah.
And then we got our koozies.
Gallivanting, and we got our koozies. So
it's all starting to come together, and we've got Snippet Sunday stuff. So we're gonna do we're gonna do the Sunday live stream. It's just not gonna be turned into a podcast yet.
Yep.
And I saw a question from Darian. I don't know that you could just say not podcast. You could just say live stream, yep. Darian. Sunday snippet. Live stream on Sundays. The podcast, like I said, will come back up on, probably around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So that's it. Thanks, Megan. Thanks for being here, Lori.
Yes,
thank you for being here again. Our thoughts are with you.
Yep.
Thank
you, Deidre.
Deidre, yeah, absolutely. Michelle of the sweatshirts, thanks.
Yep.
We have a store.
Yep, we do.
Don't feel any obligation, but we do have a store. If you go to gallivantinggals.com, there's a link to the store there, and most everything is up and ready to go there. So that's awesome. And yes, Lori, you should get a pop-up notification. I've just got to go in and schedule it, which I'll do tomorrow, and then you should get a notification that it's coming. So thank you guys so much for being here and supporting us, and we will see you Sunday
10 a.m.
All right. See you later.
Bye.